And we are live. Hey guys, what's up? I think we're live. All right. So I'm here tonight we got Officer Oak and Pat and everybody else that has chosen to tune in. Thank you very much. And we're going to talk about Glenn Serio pretty much unilaterally because I hate him. I think we all share that in common, right?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, Mrs. Jarhead, if you want to get in on this, there's the link. Join us. So he posted a video today that, from what I understand, was pretty entertaining. You guys watched this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch all of it, so this is going to be kind of like new for me. When we get this queued up, it sounds like he got kind of owned by a female. Now, what was he doing? What's the?
When I picked it up, he was just filming the scene. I guess there were some. They found a bunch of dead bodies.
Oh my God.
And this girl shows up to counter honor him. Then some other guy came up and made fun of his haircut, and it was just a little crazy.
This is fantastic. So he was filming an active crime scene again.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Like, what is this guy even thinking at this point?
How many clicks and views he can get?
He's just retarded. I'm sorry, I'm going to use the word, but he is. There's something seriously wrong with him. Tim, if you want to hop on the panel, because I'm giving it a few minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cue this video up, and we're going to watch Glenn get destroyed while he, films yet another active crime scene. Does he try to? Oh, I guess we'll see when we watch it. But does he try to cross the police tape again?
Not from what I saw, no.
All right, so he's learned something. All right. Well, I guess we'll start playing.
What, you think we were friends because we talked on the phone, Fairchild? Come on, I know you're fake. I know you're a scumbag.
Because you have no friends, Glenn. I know we don't have any friends.
Hey, what's up, Ricardo? What's up, guys?
Hold on. Pause right there. Thoughts on Ricardo Luna? Go.
I'm just trying to figure out who it really is.
His name is. His real name is Ricardo Luna, right?
I'm pretty sure
is it?
it is.
I thought that was like a sock or something.
No.
His sock is Richard Money.
Yeah, right. Which is he proves is not or insists that is not a real person. Or is not Ricardo rather. Like, I'm a real person, but we know that Richard Money is Ricardo. Like, we know this. There's gonna be something wrong with him. He gives him so much money,
like $100 a night.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Like, why?
I don't know where he gets the money. Seems like, according to Josh, he lives in like some apartment.
Motel 6 or something.
How you doing, Tim?
Far out.
All right, yeah, you're on the street.
I'm doing great, Kate. How are you?
Good. We're just we're watching some Glenn videos. All right, who else we got here? Oh God, should we?
Please give us the dirt. Give us the dirt on Glenn.
All right, Futternut.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
yep.
We're letting you in. Are you sober tonight?
Yeah, for the most part.
Good. All right. Then we're cooking with gas here. All right, we got to start checking. You never know what happens. All right.
No offense taken. I know I like to drink, so.
Hey, no, it's all good. Lots of people do. All right.
Dale, what's up?
Danny Deloy says Glenn breathes like Darth Vader.
You think it's the proper way? Put the tape first before the crime scene, okay? Thank you, Ricardo Luna. Appreciate it, man.
I was going to. Thank you.
He spits every 2 seconds too.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Yep.
Are you?
It's a disrespectful fucking asshole. It's just out here. Doesn't care. You can do this here to
Oh,
traffic
shit.
stop.
You know these cops are dirty and they'll arrest you with illegal charges?
I don't care about that right now.
Okay, I don't care what you care about either.
I care about that later.
I don't care about what you care about either.
I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
sitting here like, what is this?
You can stand whatever you want. That's your freedom.
We're gonna find out here in a second.
Sure, why not?
I'm surprised he's not yelling Cam back.
Awesome.
Oh, look at
I
it.
should have done my makeup.
A lot more than that.
Are they giving you a thumbs up?
They are,
Could
actually.
have got a haircut.
What do you guys
man.
think about it?
I don't care about what you think about me. What about what happened?
What happened? I don't even know what happened. Really?
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Mac,
Okay.
Mac.
What you say? Don't come over here.
about.
So what do you mean? Like a killing happened? What?
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. But this isn't cool, man.
It's not cool what they do to people.
I know it's not. I know. There's good cops and there's bad cops.
These are bad. These are bad cops. I'm trying to tell you, these are bad cops.
Oh my
You
God.
do that during a traffic stop?
What do you
Those
mean
cops
turn
are
it?
probably
I'm
not
gonna get
stepping
pulled
over
over.
bodies right now.
I'm not gonna follow the cops around.
What about their family?
Hold on.
I
We
don't know
gotta,
what happened. You're telling me
we gotta pause there because he is a liar. He 100% absolutely purposely gets pulled over by the police to film them, and he definitely follows them around. Right?
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
100%.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
we've
this-
seen him do it like how many?
Is this that same guy?
This is Auditing the USA, Glenn Serio of the Seattle, Everett, Washington area.
All right. No, I get them,
That's-
a lot of them confused because they just all retards look alike.
Yeah, no, they do kind of blend together after a while, but he's definitely like, I think he's the worst. He's absolutely the worst. And this
He's
is sort of
the
like a
fat one.
countdown. You can't say he's the fat one. Like, that's so many of them.
He's the one with the bad haircut. Then.
Problem is,
Again,
Glenn has no redeeming social value to the planet whatsoever. He's
Yeah,
a
no,
rotten human being.
he is definitely a case for like late term abortion, like 30 years later. I think so.
Wasn't that a South Park episode?
Possibly.
Oh, now I see it.
Yeah, Miss Cartman's mother was trying to get an abortion for Eric.
I think that's what they should do with Glenn. All right. That's
it's hearsay at this point. I feel like, maybe
Oh, you young film when fucking pulling people out.
I didn't see anyone pulled out. I didn't see anyone pulled out.
So cool.
Listen, it's all recorded. I'm not.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, if you don't care, you can go over there.
No, I can't. I live here.
Oh,
You live here?
I live wherever I want.
You live here?
Sure, why not?
You don't live here?
I do.
You're not a resident here.
Okay.
he doesn't live there.
I
No.
have been for a while.
TV. It's actually YouTube.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
That's like, Jesus Christ.
His laugh is disgusting.
It is
I'm yet.
12,000.
Uh-oh.
All the
12,000.
time. All the time. They love it. These guys are not cops. They're dirtbags. They're a gang. They're tyrants. They'll arrest you. No, they're a gang. They're a gang. They're a gang of people.
They're a gang of people too.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk away
And
from
you're a
the gang.
douche.
Exactly. You're being an asshole.
Good.
Literally the-
Good.
Oh, he runs away.
I'm glad.
I'm the fucking citizen.
I'm glad.
Man, this fucking guy.
I like how he runs away from the females, though. He's terrified. Absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I wish we could get Glenn on a panel, but I think he knows he's too
Going to
stupid
the
to
other side, guys.
talk about anything.
Hey, Degeneration Nation.
Something wrong with you? That's assault. You wouldn't want to do that. That's assault, lady.
Oh my god.
That's assault, lady. That's
What was
right.
the assault about again? Was it a
Criminal
water
offense.
balloon?
That-
Anyone
That's
else
right.
loving? Anyone else loving the irony of him being followed around with a camera?
Yeah.
yeah. That's why they did it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it works. He just hasn't killed the police.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm on the other side of the tape. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Especially when I sue you guys.
Wow. That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, I know he doesn't know what he's doing anytime.
No. Glenn's like existence in
I bet
life
he wipes from back to front.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
We are live, guys, with a bunch of haters. There's so many haters here. Oh my god.
That's because everyone hates Glenn. Like he's advertising that his entire metropolitan area can't stand him. Like, go anywhere, there's a hater.
See, like the village idiot, everybody knows who he is.
There's a Reddit
At
page.
this point,
on
yeah.
police. There's a Reddit page on Reddit Police
This guy
of
is
just saying,
this guy is a total
beware
Christian
of Glenn
wannabe.
Syria.
What?
I said there's an entire
Oh, on the
Reddit page. Yeah,
Dedicated to him.
yeah, just like of
Yeah.
beware of him.
I was aware of that. Yeah, just warning and following him where he goes and stuff. Like like he puts people on high alert everywhere he goes. Not in a good way. Kind of like the Unabomber.
And who's to say he's not capable of being a Unabomber? The guy's nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, no, he's not as
Appreciate it,
intelligent.
guys. Thank you, Ricardo. Appreciate it.
There's Ricardo again. Like, what the hell?
I don't know. It's like the whole stream is just.
Hey,
Thank you, Ricardo.
Xiaomi,
Thank you.
Ron is nailing the insults tonight.
He really is.
You work for me, buddy.
Oh,
Thank you, Seth. Appreciate it.
Uh-oh. Canine.
Ron's profile picture looks just like Glenn.
Butler, what's up, man?
Except Sloth was smarter.
Yeah.
yeah.
And better looking.
No, he's not. He's not high on the IQ points. That's for sure. Like, I don't understand how he gets out of bed every day successfully to go do this shit. Honestly.
Looks like a bunch of dead bodies supposedly were pulled out of this park over here, guys.
Oh my god.
Not sure exactly what happened, but a bunch of dead bodies were found.
This sounds like the news, right? Like he is reporting the news.
Well,
He is
Dad-
confidently reporting. He has no idea what happened.
well,
But this is the news,
So
right?
he's
That's what he's doing.
accidentally doing an audit. He's actually a news reporter. And he doesn't know it.
Well, that's what they call themselves the news. But I mean, generally, if you have a news correspondent out there, they know what they're filming. He has no clue. He doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, he's just guessing.
These clowns don't think that they're news people. They know it.
Yeah, no, it's right. It's filming victims, filming witnesses. Like disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
Kern County, thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I guess like a bunch of fucking dead bodies were
And he's
found
getting donated.
in that little park over there.
He's very close to that police line.
Make the wind blow a little bit harder.
Right.
when he talks about like finding dead bodies, is it that like dead bodies have just randomly showed up over the past 10 years, or dead bodies all at once?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what's going on.
Like, the thing
Yeah.
is, where did he get this information? We've been watching him this whole time. Like, who told him that there's dead bodies in this park?
Right. The woman that he ran from, said that could possibly be what happened. Like he has no, he just shows up. He just shows up.
Yeah.
He has no idea what's going on. He gets chased off. All right. So he has removed,
Antonio Lascal.
he has removed videos. They've been removed. So reporting does work. And, we're going to go through and look at some of his other videos and see if there's anything reportable. Because the sooner that he's off, the happier that I will be, honestly.
Well, that kind of
was that video? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did he cut out the part where the guy came up?
What I was saying is reporting, that kind of hits me as an insult. Like, I was part of the whole shit posting thing back in 2016. I believe in reporting stuff that's actually harmful, such as child porn or like things that are just so absolutely vile. But false flagging, I don't know.
Like these pederasts meeting up, at Walmart, with these what do you call renegade guys? I don't know. What do you call them?
Poachers?
Oh, the predator poachers?
It's the new thing. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, they're terrible too. They're terrible
I think they're doing things right in some ways, but they need to fucking follow a law. And police, whether we like them or not, they're there for a reason. They need to get a fucking lawyer. They need to unite and make it so these videos aren't viral videos. They're fucking convictions.
Right, but they'll never get convictions. They're not even getting arrests.
Yeah, I'm against that.
And I mean, honestly, you should see some of the nonsense going on with predator poachers. That's like a totally different thing altogether. But they're following the same sort of behaviors that the 1A auditors do. I mean, today.
Yeah, and they're throwing up the investigations.
Well, there is no investigation most of the time because they've already stomped all over it. Like, these guys get a dry run, learn how to avoid law enforcement, move on. Yeah. Just today, predator poachers mass, Jay there. He stopped and tried to quote unquote expose the wrong guy. It was the completely wrong guy altogether. And then last yeah, right, on YouTube Live, like that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Not to mention it's
so ruin a guy's life.
Right. No. And last that I left it when I was watching his stream, he was following a guy around for about 45 minutes, would not leave him alone, supposed alleged predator, but he was circling 4 miles, probably a 4 mile radius, just following the guy with his camera. Like, that's edging on harassment. That's a problem.
Yeah, no, I'm completely in agreement. Like, where my thing comes into play is I haven't even dipped my toe in the predator poacher realm of YouTube.
Yeah.
Stay out of it.
It's a shit show. It's a whole shit show.
I'm afraid of that rabbit hole. But no, like, I do not like pedos. I'm the father of 2 girls. But I don't want somebody accused of it for no fucking reason.
Who even cares about the guys, honestly? Like, if you
there's a right way and a wrong way to catch these people.
Right. Yeah.
Period.
And in order to do it the right way, you generally need to be law enforcement or a prosecutor. Like that. That's how that goes.
Bingo.
Ridiculous that they're like, again, they don't.
or you could do a citizen's arrest like Josh does.
Yeah, those always work out well. Those always work out great. No, but honestly, 99% of these quote unquote catches don't even result in an arrest, let alone a prosecution or a conviction. And all they're doing is setting these guys up so that they have some practice and they can go back and figure out how to be more careful next time. And if you look at a lot of their videos, they say in no uncertain terms, either you talk to us or we call the police. That should never be an either or. The police are qualified to deal with this and arrest this guy and book him and get the, ball rolling on prosecution. You're not. So it should never be an option as to whether or not you're going to call the police, but they don't because they'd rather have the content. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, here's the thing.
Now, are they collecting revenue?
Tons more than the
Yeah.
one. More they. I believe that now that there's the predator poachers Alex and Rami feud going on, Alex has come out and said that Rami's making like $10,000 a month off this,
It's fucking crazy.
and that guy doesn't even do any catches. He just drives around in his car for 6 hours at a time, begging for donations and hawking the shitty merchandise. That's all he does. My guy.
My guy, send some
Well-
donations.
Well, even ad revenue, like even this video here, like I'm looking at the Videolytics on the side. This guy, if he does a video a week, he's making probably close to I'm guessing 20,000 views a week. You're making $800 a week.
Right.
Just on ad revenue.
Well, I mean, approximately, maybe. Either way, there needs to be if you're making that sort of money, it needs to be responsible and ethical, I would think. And, neither the 1A audits nor this new pedophile, pedo poacher thing that they've been doing, it doesn't seem to be particularly ethical. Definitely questionable, as far as how legal it is, just
What money?
issues. Yeah, it says move it over. It always says asshole report. That's accurate enough. All right, so I found this other Glenn video. Let's check this one out.
Jesus.
Hello. How's it going? We just hanging out with taxpayers' dollars, playing on the phone.
Oh,
Oh, I don't have a name. Sorry. No name. What is his name? That's a good question. You know his name? Don't know your name, sir. I don't know my name either. Okay. I wasn't gonna tell you anyways.
I didn't think you would.
You're a Balter?
Yeah, you're welcome to know my name.
Okay. Well, you're a public servant. You have
I am
to
indeed.
identify. How about you?
She's hitting on him and he doesn't even realize it.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
No.
I'm clean. Weird name.
Although I am pretty sure that girl out of uniform is pretty cool.
Is that like against CLPD policy or? No comment, huh? You guys are quiet today. Normally mouthy.
Like they
Because
don't
they
want to
don't
talk to you,
answer
John.
questions.
I see you got the blue line around your badge there. Blue line. Representing, right? Gotta represent your gang, right?
Oh my god.
I'll take your word for it, fairy goddess.
Yeah, no, nobody wants that. Trust me.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, you don't have to ask them. You can park wherever you want. They don't control parking. They're not parking authority. They're just cops.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Here to like
me.
break laws
Jesus
for
Christ.
crimes they didn't commit. So feel free to park wherever you want, man. Are you in charge of park? No,
That was good.
but they don't have to ask you because you don't. They're here to protect and serve, right? You don't give out parking tickets or, right?
Kylie, no,
We
it's
both
not
agree on
wrong.
that or no?
It feels right when you're here.
Really, Lucero? Wow. Good.
Yeah, that makes sense because he's a troll. So I mean, they just don't want to feed him. I'm sure.
Oh, locked your door. Hope you didn't lock your keys in there.
God, he's such a piece of shit.
As he's using
Oh,
his
you got
key.
shake. She got everything. Is that on this people's dime?
No, I make my own money, sir.
You make your own money? Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, and let's just remember, hold on, pause to that. On that note, Glenn does not make his own money. Glenn collects unemployment. He has been doing so for the last 2 years. I'll say that again for the people in the back.
No.
Glenn does not make his own money. Glenn is on unemployment because he got fired from his job at Honeywell for harassing his coworkers, and he's been on unemployment. Now, we've made some calls. If other
Can you get
people
the
made some
documents for that?
I was actually going to say something to that, just with unemployment. I'm all for unemployment and everything. But if his channel's big enough to start producing an income, shouldn't he be reporting that income to unemployment?
Oh yeah, he shouldn't be collecting unemployment at all.
Okay.
No.
In the words of immortal words of Glenn Serio, that's illegal.
Yeah.
That is, Glenn, that's illegal.
And
You know what's going to end up
Oh.
happening with the next month or years or whatever? They're going to do legislation or something like that where YouTube is going to be required to like issue like tax forms to anybody who collects revenue. I don't know how they're going to do it.
I think they do already. don't
That's
they?
that's how they're going to nail them.
that's already there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 100%.
Then why
it's
isn't
already there.
IRS catching up with these guys?
I mean, they shouldn't be able to monetize this harassment, but I think the best thing to do
At
is
all.
if you find something in the video that is reportable, report it. And I understand Futternut is saying, like, no, we don't want to false flag videos. That's not what I'm proposing. But when he goes on a racist tirade, that is reportable. When he spends 2 hours harassing and stalking 2 nurses outside of a health clinic, that's reportable.
Oh, that's this guy?
Yeah.
Is that video still up?
Didn't he just do?
Please tell me that was taken down.
I'm not sure. We can check that in a minute.
I think he just did another
That was
COVID.
horrible.
Like,
COVID
I don't
testing
subscribe
site.
to these guys, so everything that I get just comes through YouTube's algorithm. But
Yeah,
no,
I think-
that shit was fucking horrible.
I think he just did another
Ugh.
COVID testing site too.
Did he really? I hate him so much. I really do.
I think he did. I don't subscribe to them either. I just let it pop up in my algorithms, and I know a video popped up and it was like posted not long ago.
Oh, he's the worst.
Car 32645.
That'll
Please
come
don't
in
beat the
handy.
shit out of him.
He's such a creep. Like, really, what is he going to report them for? He's going to call up and report the car and say, what? Yeah, they wouldn't, like, they wouldn't talk to me. I'm
Right,
reporting the
you
fact
know.
that they wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah, they drove
Like,
away.
Yeah, right. They didn't want to entertain my nonsense. You please discipline these individuals. Like, what the hell?
Okay.
Actually, he wasn't dismissed, was he?
Yeah,
What's
no.
that?
I
Fizzy-
said he wasn't dismissed, was he? So
Yeah,
Glenn
just-
should be upset.
just to address Fizzy in the chat, like, I know my channel was monetized, and when I monetized, I had to agree to a form that allowed YouTube. Essentially, it says YouTube gives this money to this person at this bank account, which would then be the same as reporting to IRS.
Now, but what about like a PayPal Patty type of situation where he's always doing the PayPal? Does PayPal issue 1099s?
I don't know about the 1099s. Like, I'm in Canada, so I have a different tax code. But everything, whether it's PayPal, hold on, whether it's PayPal, YouTube, or any Streamlabs, it actually I had to click the OK button that they were able to report me to IRS.
Oh. Well, that's
So-
good.
IRS And this is going back to 2016 when I actually made money off shit. They know what money I made. It's a matter of doing business right or wrong. Like, you look at automotive channels, they make $70,000 a month. A good channel. They still have to file an IRS tax form if they're filming in the US. And the way the tax code works is if I were to pay $1,000 to IRS for Uncle Sam tax, I can actually claim that back through my government's tax.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Everything
you're in
is
Canada.
reported. Yeah, everything is reported. Like if you look at Daily Driven Exotics, he does a couple of police videos where he gets pulled over or whatever. It's fun and games. It's not like this shit. You know what? He makes money off those videos. He has to report that to IRS because he does his filming in California. He gets the IRS money back through the Canadian government, but then he has to pay the Canadian government the income on those videos.
Assuming they actually do it.
Well, yeah.
Because obviously the IRS and I don't know what the Canadian equivalent is.
CRA.
They don't have the resource. They don't have the resources to follow up on these small timers.
Well, from what I gather, this guy only had 14,000 subs. That's
More than
pretty
I
cool.
have.
Oh, no. It takes a lot of effort, but you know what? No, fuck. No one's actually paying attention to that income. Like when I go to DDE, as an example, as a Canadian content, like a Canadian channel that does most of their recording in the US, that's 2 million subs. So it is that $70,000, $80,000 a month income.
Oh, wow. I hate to interrupt you, but Degeneration Nation just said that Masshole Reports just hit 5,000 subscribers.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, where's Kate?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what happened there.
No, congrats. 5K is huge.
Oh, yeah, no, we did
Are
hit
you
5.
napping or breastfeeding or something? What?
No, I'm not breastfeeding. I don't know what happened. Literally just got kicked from StreamYard. I'm so sick of using this. Honest to God. All right.
How do you get
Sorry.
kicked out of your own house?
Please
that?
don't
What are you,
stop
Josh
using
Abrams?
No, I didn't get kicked out of my house. I got kicked out of StreamYard.
I know. I was using house as a metaphor.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm still disoriented from what the hell just happened. All right, sorry. I was video again. All right, I want to get to where.
That's
so
okay. Me and our fellow Canadian were having a great chat while you were gone.
Yeah. I want to get to where allegedly.
And Kate,
What's that?
I was going to say, Kate, did you see where Degeneration Nation made note that you guys hit 5,000 subscribers?
Yeah, I know. I know what I got to do.
Break out the police outfit.
Yeah. We'll be at the studio. I think by next week. I think anyway.
Well, I just hope I get the notification.
Uh-oh. Thanks, Ed, for paying your fine. Name and badge number, please.
You work for me, remember?
Yep.
Wilma Dickfit. That's Josh on your
Oh, I
panel.
love Wilma. Oh, thanks for the 5 phony bucks, Butternut. This is so creepy. I don't understand why this guy does this. Like, you're just filming people in their vehicles. Like, it's creepy. It's just creepy.
There's a cop in that car?
I have literally not been paying attention to it.
Yeah, no, you can
there
see
it
him.
is.
He's in there.
smiling. He's grinning.
Danny says Glenn is a filthy version of the Stay Put part. Or sorry, thinking about Stay Puff Marshmallow Man. That's true. Oh, now he's found an open window. There we go.
Without the hat.
Buddy, it's a cool little parking spot there you got there. Hey, don't roll my window. Wait, get your hand. My hand's in the window. My hand's in the window. My hand's in the window.
Just move your hand, idiot.
You're a fucking idiot.
I hate him. I hate him.
My hand's in the window. My hand's in the window. But wouldn't it be common sense to pull your hand away?
He doesn't have any of that.
He doesn't know the meaning of either word, common or sense.
I have young
UK
children.
horror.
Parking enforcement, but you're a cop.
Oh, here we go.
Tickets, huh? Oh, that's sad. Nothing to do but ticket people, huh?
Oh.
That's pretty sad.
I thought earlier in the video he said that they didn't have authority to ticket people.
He's an idiot. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
You guys want to actually do some police work?
Oh my God.
Oh.
This isn't police work, guys. This isn't police work, guys. You're not parking enforcement.
Jesus Christ, Glenn.
Could I get Glenn's definition of what police work is?
Glenn doesn't know what work is, period.
I can't believe he's been milking unemployment for 2 years.
It's disgusting.
And he's obviously making money.
I can't believe he got hired by Honeywell and I couldn't.
He's a grunt. That's what he did. That's what he did. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that people actually watch him. I mean, what is he accomplishing here?
Honestly, Kate, Kate, honestly, if I could, just say, I think people, watch him for the same reason why we like to laugh at him. It's like watching a car crash.
Yeah, you can't look away. You can't look away.
You can't really insult him.
He gets a lot of views and everything. He gets a lot of views. Okay, that doesn't match up to the donations he's getting.
They're all from that Tardo Ricardo Luna, though. Who is this guy? You know what drives me nuts?
Oh, he's in the room, isn't he?
Is he?
Ricardo, is he here now? I wish that Ricardo at some point would.
If the room's full, I'll drop out to leave room for him.
He's the guy that was sucking on rib bones in Vegas with Josh, right?
He won't tell us what happened in Vegas. He's constantly.
You missed it. Josh told it on, I think it was News New England one night.
Yeah, but that's Josh's version of the story.
But he said that Ricardo. He said Ricardo was watching porn and sucking on a rib bone in the restaurant, looking at him.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm telling you what he said.
It's very hard to believe everything that comes out of Josh's mouth. Maybe that's the case, maybe not. But I'm trying to see which videos. It looks like the video of the nurses did get taken down. No,
Good.
It's still there. It's still there.
Good.
So, yeah.
Oh shit.
That's okay. No, this is a good time to go back and do another primer on how to report Glenn's videos. So,
actually, I'm really curious too, because I'm fairly new. What is your definition of reason to report? I'm not going to lie. I think the guy's harassing us shit. And he needs to be shut down. But
we're going to show you right now. See this?
You guys need to learn protocol. You don't know protocol. You're dealing with the public and you're wearing all this jewelry and shit.
Jewelry?
This is reason to report.
She's in scrub.
I actually did, to be honest.
No, this is a good video to report because it's horrible.
You guys need to learn protocol.
And I don't report videos. I reported this one. This was horrible.
Medical procedure protocol.
Saying the place is full of COVID is like yelling fire in a movie theater.
And I like how he keeps trying to tell all these different people how to do their jobs and totally glosses over the fact that he does not have a job.
Well, what
Like, you're talking about everybody else's job. You don't have any job skills. You're not employed.
Oh, and these women, if you can remember the video, they didn't graduate high school, according to him.
Right.
I wonder if he did.
Can I ask for a pause?
Fucking twat.
Go ahead.
Here's my question: is you guys in the U.S. medical centers, no matter what it is a for-profit, it's a private entity, and it goes back to what somebody else said. It's like yelling fire in a movie theater.
Exactly.
And to be
That's
honest,
what I said that.
I kind of disagree, but I disagree as a Canadian. When I go from thinking like how your economy works, it absolutely is. If I was going there to get, say, my blood pressure checked, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go in someplace with fucking COVID. Like that's crazy. No one will.
Well, you can tell. I mean, if you see the whole video, you can tell that everybody walking in and out is just thinking Glenn is a freaking lunatic. Okay, so they don't believe a word he says. You know, I mean, there was one woman who was actually harassing him from her car while she was waiting for her husband, I believe, later in the video.
I remember that part. Like I'll watch these videos, but I skip forward a lot. So no, that's I agree that, you know what, in the US system, a private business, say I was a doctor, whatever, and I open a company, you are now draining my income.
Yeah. You are directly affecting my rights to earn a living.
It's not just that. I mean, you don't actually have a constitutional right to earn a living. All right. Like that's the point of this is that
I know.
It becomes literally
I'm not a 1A guy. I'm not about constitutional rights. It's what's right and wrong.
Well, right. That's why we report these videos, honestly, because like I just put it, and just so that we can go through that again, I hit the 3 dots here. You guys see that? I went to report. It's right at the timestamp. I'm going to hateful and abusive content. I'm choosing bullying, and I did already put in that it was over an hour of, heinous harassment, sexism, degradation, and abuse, and then, so I'm not going to re-report it again. But that's why you do that, because this is just absolutely reprehensibly wrong. And just because he may or may not have the right to do this doesn't mean that he has the right to be monetizing this, because your freedom of speech does not mean that you have a natural born constitutional right to monetize that speech. You don't.
Yeah,
and things like it should not be monetized.
I'm absolutely against
freedom of speech is free.
Hold on. I'm absolutely against false flagging, and I'm absolute on freedom of speech, but freedom of speech does not mean freedom. There's consequences to speech.
Right. Freedom of speech.
And you have to own those consequences.
Sorry.
And you know what? Honestly, Glenn and all these other people, I call them people. I use the term loosely. They always say, well, where's the sign? Where's the sign? It's not on the sign. I am waiting for the one person who actually says, well, there's not a sign that says you can't kill me. So are you going to kill me? And the minute Glenn or somebody says yes, pow.
Someone says, I can't even imagine being within social distance of Glenn. I do want to read this. Not only because it was a super chat, but because it was funny. That it doesn't count if you watch your video, your own video 1,000 times. That's true. Tim Mahoney said that. Tim, that could be part of it too. Absolutely, part of the views that he gets. I'm not sure. I mean, the entire thing is just pathetic. I would honestly rather get COVID than have to be in the same room as Glenn for more than 10 minutes. Like, put that on record. I will not.
I second that. Actually, you know what? Like, to be in the room with him, to be able to have a conversation, if I could guarantee that he was honest, not just shawming.
You can't have a conversation with him. He's too stupid.
No,
Hey, Penelope.
well, there's a medical issue there. I'm sorry.
You think so?
There's something not right. There's something not right with that dude.
I think he's just a massive douche. Now
Well-
we've put in some requests.
Well, I mean, look at his forehead.
So he does kind of look like the poster child for fetal alcohol syndrome. I will give you that. But I don't know.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that. That's not a funny thing. I'm sorry.
It can be funny. Like the guy, like his behavior is beyond reproach. I don't care what's wrong with him. Like there's a difference between having something wrong with you and behaving in the way that he does. Like it's inexcusable. But so we've done some public record requests, and we're starting to get some of it back, and we'll be able to put this together soon. Yeah. So we're getting some information together on Glenn's FBI investigation.
He has an FBI investigation.
Really?
He's being looked at right now. He's on a list. He's had a warning put out. He's been flagged in the system with local law enforcement for a while as being a potential hazard. He did something to escalate this. And I'm going to wait till we get all the records together because I want to make sure we give a complete picture, but it's pretty messed up. And it does suggest that he may have the potential for some real danger and violence. I know I'm being so glib about this and evasive, but I mean,
he reminds me a lot of that dude Glenn in Florida. I mean, Ian in Florida.
Yeah,
the one who just got busted.
Yeah, I think
yes.
Even Ian didn't rise to the same level that Glenn has in such a short amount of time, though. Like he accelerated very quickly.
Well,
I mean, and
that Glenn claims that he has the Seattle PD under FBI investigation. That is categorically false, untrue, not happening. That's not true at all.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I'm like, which FBI investigation were you talking about? The one that Glenn started?
No, that's probably the way that Glenn is trying to deflect back on the fact that he is being looked at, and he knows he's being looked at. He's been contacted. He knows that he's been contacted. He's told other people that he's been contacted. We have eyes on him in ways that Glenn cannot fully understand or comprehend. But when I say that we're watching Glenn closely, we're watching Glenn very, very closely. We know things that are in a pretty deep file here, like the fact that he once destroyed public restrooms to then, make the janitors clean it up because he wanted to keep them busy and degrade them, that sort of thing. And this is all in a file somewhere on Glenn.
Okay, 2 questions on that. One, did destroying restrooms, shouldn't that have been a mischief charge? And 2, one thing I will say, just to be devil's advocate, FBI investigation, what does that mean? I know I was under FBI investigation.
Yeah, ask Hillary.
Yeah.
No, like I got my concealed carry in the United States, which would have been an FBI investigation because they had to get my records. But it wasn't like I did anything wrong. It was just clearance.
No, I mean, no, it's not because
on you.
Yeah, no, he's being looked at because of his own behavior and actions. And I mean, as far as the public restrooms and charges go, there's a reason, from what I understand anyway, that Glenn is not being charged for a lot of the stuff. The best analogy that I can give you is, say that you go into Walmart and you start shoplifting, right? And loss prevention sees you shoplifting. The first day you take a bottle of shampoo and they let you go. And the next day you come in and you take a compact disc because it's 1993 or something. They let you go. Then you take an Xbox game and they let you go. The reason they're letting you go, even though they know what you're doing, is because they're waiting until you hit a threshold so they can hit you with some meaningful criminal charges, right?
Yeah.
The same approach.
Right. I mean, who cares about a misdemeanor?
Right.
And Kate, also, you're from Boston. Here in Suffolk County, the DA or whatever has made it so that you can't prosecute misdemeanor charges anymore.
That's not entirely accurate. It's nonviolent misdemeanor charges for people.
Oh yeah, nonviolent.
Right.
Thank you for correcting me.
And
Sean,
only for certain individuals. And I don't know whether or not I agree with that, honestly, but the idea is to prioritize higher level crimes with higher level offenders, in theory anyway.
Now, where do you think guys like Glenn, who obviously there's something wrong upstairs, where do you think they fall in that spectrum?
retards that got a window tint ticket and now hate all cops because one cop gave him a ticket.
That's crazy.
That's where they come from, though.
Yeah, but no, with Glenn, like I said, I can speak with pretty high confidence when I say that when Glenn gets picked up, it'll be for something that isn't just going to put him in jail overnight.
Yeah, it's not going to be. It's not going to be like a Josh thing where he's out the next day. We're talking like an Eric Brandt type of thing.
Or similar to like Ian McGuire, you know what I mean? Where this behavior went on for a while and they watched and they watched and they watched and they watched that line get crossed finally to where everything hit him at once. You know what I mean? That's going to be the scenario, from what I understand, that Glenn is going to be facing. And clearly he doesn't have the sense in him to quit while he's ahead. He just doesn't. But I mean, I look forward to covering the criminal charges that he receives, because I am fairly confident that it's not an if at this point, it's a when.
I just hope that nobody gets hurt, because I can actually see this guy, Glenn, being one of these guys where on the news a couple of years from now, we're going to see his neighbors saying, I had no idea he was capable of this.
I don't think they'll be saying that.
I see it more being.
Well, I mean, I hope not.
I see it more being on the news of, we've reported this like 5 times. I can't believe it took this long for anything to happen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look.
I mean, they're really minor things when you think about it.
Yep. Somebody said he made a recent video in which he's asking the cop to tell him who called the FBI on him. I mean, come on.
Ooh.
Glenn, this is how stupid he is, though. He's broadcasting this behavior all over the internet. So, for every 20,000, views that his videos get, when he puts out a video, pick from a pool of 30,000 people, Glenn, that could potentially be calling the FBI on you. If not one, then numerous people simultaneously. Like, be smart about this. But he won't stop.
He thinks he's untouchable now.
I personally don't think Glenn got the balls to do anything to the police except for shove a camera in their face.
Not to the police. You're correct in that.
Really?
And he won't do anything to men. But let it come to a female, and Glenn's all about harassing them and downing females and all of that. But when it comes to the police or a male, Glenn is like an abused puppy dog, running with his tail between his legs, because I mean, you could justify use of force in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, like some of the stuff, information that we're getting in through requests. Obviously, we know that he has had domestic altercations with a female before. That was the woman that he had a child with, and that he started dating when she was 16 and he was 21, which is definitely.
He has a child.
He has a child. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He procreated a child. There's not much involvement there, but with a girl.
Actually, he's gone.
That he took, he was with her when she was 16 and he was 21. Let that sink in. Okay.
How is that not statutory rape?
He might have just been over the line of the age of consent, but for all intents and purposes, that's a predator. I'm sorry. If you're a 21-year-old man with a teenage girl, that's a problem. That's a problem. But so he does have a history of some domestic altercations with, the ex-girlfriend, with his father, his elderly father, the taco incident, when he allegedly shoved his father, with his sister. At one point it was alleged that he struck his own sister. So there is definitely some, domestic issues going on there. But the information that we're getting in now, these are crimes that are alleged crimes, things that they're watching that they suspect he may have something to do with, that are very disturbing. I mean, very disturbing. And like I said,
I hope it doesn't have to do with his parents.
Not with his parents, no. More.
Okay,
more behavior that you look at and go, is this guy a sociopath? You know, it definitely begs the question. And we should have this all out. We've gotten a projected date of June 1st that we should have the rest of the information that we're looking for back per the request that we made. So hopefully right around June 1st. So by next week, we'll have a video out detailing some of the stuff. And we also did get, we got some video footage too that is pretty disgusting. That's all I can say really. It's pretty disgusting.
But this video footage, was this from his channel?
No.
Okay. So you found it someplace else.
No, we FOIA requested it.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
This is not going to end well for Glenn.
No, it's absolutely not. No. I think somebody had asked earlier, you know, who would you pick, Abrams or Glenn? First of all, that's a really rough decision. But at this point, I hate Glenn more. I don't know what you guys think, but I mean, Glenn is definitely elevated on the list for me.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry. I've been hogging the conversation. So. I used to be a DJ.
Glenn is up there.
So it's like fill up the dead air.
Glenn is up there for me too. Joshua is nothing but just a crybaby hypocrite that cries about getting doxxed and doxes people. I mean, Joshua, Josh is the bubblegum on the sidewalk, but Glenn is like the trash at the trash dump. So I mean, that's just the way I feel about him.
Yeah, there's just like, you know, at least with Abrams, there's a line, and a lot of it comes from cowardice and self-preservation, I'm sure. But Glenn just does not have that line. He doesn't have that line. He's disgusting.
In this video at the medical center, at one point, a cop that originally started the whole thing, as he said, he's actually putting his finger in the cop's face.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
That's, good God.
Threatening to grab his pouch.
I know.
I mean, that's technically assault.
He knows the guy can't break it. I mean, you know, do that to somebody on the street, and there's a much higher chance that they may grab your finger and freaking break it. But a cop can't do that to you. Not now.
Unfortunately. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I don't know. You keep poking your finger in people's faces. You know, it's kind of like poking in the face of a dog. You know, you get the right one, you bite it. You know, who do you blame? The dog that bit you, or you yourself for, you know, continuing to poke at him? Like, come on.
Well, what's annoying about these guys?
And you notice, you know, I mean, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Let me just say this one thing. I know it seems like, you know, watching all Glenn's videos over the last few months and everything. Okay. We all think he's an idiot, right? But he's very careful when he challenges people to face off. He says in an arena. You know what I mean? So he wants to make sure it's all legal.
Yeah, I mean, so Nikki's asking, do you think it's a lack of impulse control due to mental health issues with Glenn, not as an excuse, or maybe drugs as a problem? I don't know. I mean, I think that he has enough impulse control that he does try to find that stopping point. It's unintelligent. If he's threatening to, you know, saying, I want to fight you in an arena, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. That's the silly semantics that wouldn't really hold up. I mean, whatever proposed venue, if you're threatening to harm somebody, you're threatening to harm someone. The venue is really an afterthought. It doesn't matter. But we see people like Abrams do that too. And I mean, he's careful enough to lie and say, I wasn't in a building when clearly he was. He definitely has enough impulse control to try to find a stopping point and find that line and stay on the right side of it, or at least pretend that he has after the fact. I don't know that it's an impulse control problem. And as far as drugs go, I mean, we could speculate all day long. I haven't found any evidence to suggest that he's using drugs, and that's not really an excuse. Like, Plenty of people use drugs and
Well, I mean,
I have to agree with you.
it's like Dennis Leary used to say years ago. You know, don't give them less drugs, give them more drugs.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can be shooting dope every day of your life and not behave this way. You know, just because you suddenly start taking drugs doesn't mean it's going to transform you into a Glenn Serio. That's something that exists anyway.
I mean, I think I agree with you. He has enough mental
You know,
capacity to know.
it'll be interesting to get like a real biography of Glenn.
Sasha was just talking. Sorry. Sorry. Go
I
ahead,
was saying,
Well, okay, I see the floor.
let me know when to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Go,
what
go.
I was saying was, I think that that he definitely has. I agree with you. He has enough mental capacity to know right from wrong. He has enough mental capacity to hit a record button. He has enough mental capacity to walk around town like. To me, he doesn't strike me as somebody with a severe mental disability, and I think that if he was ever questioned by like a court psychologist or something to determine competency, I think he would definitely be competent to stand trial, because the burden is only like, do you know right from wrong, and he obviously knows right from wrong. I mean, he obviously does. So I don't think he has, a severe mental disability that influences his behavior. I think he's just in my opinion, he's a not a very bright person, and there may be some different type of incapacitating mental disabilities going on, but I don't think it's the type of mental disabilities that would make him not realize what he's doing.
It's
Right.
no disability that would make him not guilty of a crime.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, there's nothing that. So, I mean, I agree.
Well,
I think the fact that he lies is enough to show that he knows right from wrong, because he knows enough to go to the sergeant and complain about his officer, and then misconstrue details of what happened because he knows that he should not have been doing that. Like, that's enough to prove that he knows right from wrong.
Well, and to answer your question, like, what's a mental disability that somebody may not? I mean, schizophrenia is a big one.
Right.
During a schizophrenic attack, somebody that's severely schizophrenic, and I was one that not too long ago didn't really believe in a lot of mental illness, but I've seen it, and when somebody's having a schizophrenic attack, they don't know what they're doing, and I'm not making an excuse for like murders that happen and rapes that happen during when somebody's having a schizophrenic attack, but at the same point in time, I've watched people with true schizophrenia eat their fingertips off because the voices were telling them to do so, and they didn't feel no pain. That's not human-like.
Right. No, I mean, I don't see anything. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but I don't see anything like overtly with him that I'm like, wow, yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like he knows what he's doing. I mean, he'll regularly claim, he said it to those police officers, I know what I'm doing, you don't know what you're doing, which is, of course, he sounds stupid. If anything, yeah, like, no, he's definitely not that bright. And he has a little bit of the Dunning-Kruger going on there, where, he thinks that he is, much higher aptitude than he really is, obviously, but I don't think that he's like delusional or anything like that.
He's a sociopath.
Well, maybe. I'm careful not to diagnose people from my dining room, but I mean, it makes you wonder why people act this way. And speaking of that, Myron is talking about Josh Abrams' case. It's been continued, obviously, because of the COVID. He'll see his eventually. I would bet money on that.
And actually, while we're talking, about cases and everything, did anybody see the video? It was from Eric Brandt. I guess he's in Denver. Yeah. I don't know how many people in the room are aware of him.
Oh yeah,
but he's locked up for threatening to kill a judge. But they released a video of him at his hearing, and my God, he was the most respectful person in a court I have ever heard.
Yeah, really? I think he's starting to sweat a little bit there. I know that he's had some charges dismissed, but I mean, he's just got so many pending, and I think I know that at least he'll be in jail till June 5th. as of right now. But yeah, he's starting to sweat it, obviously.
You know, I mean, how many other videos can we find like that? Like Josh talking to a judge or something like that. Just to see how polite they really are. When the cameras are off. You know what I mean?
It depends. And a lot of courtrooms don't allow cameras without judicial approval. And you have to. I mean,
obviously, yeah,
and record it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But I mean, it would be very interesting to see, how these people act when basically their backs are against the wall and they're not on video.
Oh yeah, no, you take that phone.
They're probably like Benny Haskell,
right?
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your help. Ugh.
Right. No, I mean it's self-preservation, and you take that phone out of their hands and you take away their power. They're, a lot more shrinking violets at that point.
Hey, Kate, at what point are you going to start talking about Bucket Boy again?
We have disowned Bucket Boy for the time being.
Which one's Bucket Boy?
I know.
No, Bucket Boy is no longer adopted by us. We've let him go.
Okay, so that's like a no talk thing?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know who Bucket Boy is.
Oh, so Bucket Boy, he was auditing for a while. He kind of is like the auditor's pet idiot, for lack of a better term. He's a nice kid. He's likable enough, but he's chosen to go back to auditing. And if he's making those decisions, then we cannot support him. And therefore, he is on the other side of the line again.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'm not against all auditors. I'm just against these retard that are frauditors.
Yeah, that same here. I mean, frankly,
hard R word there.
I use it all the time. Whatever.
Okay.
Freedom of
all right.
I don't know. Yeah, we're not.
I know you're protecting your First Amendment rights.
Yeah, something like that. Really, what it is we're not easy with the language here. This isn't for children, but or people with delicate sensibilities. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't really care if people want.
Although I will accept, I have no problem with the word frauditard. That's okay.
Right, it's a derivative. That's a derivative of word.
Well, the PC people were talking about that for 10 years. It's all in the letters.
I don't know. Any other comments, questions, concerns?
I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I'm all for catching bad cops because there is an abundance of them. But the thing is the bad cops, problem is they stand out twice as much as the good cops. And I think cops, you know what? They could be your neighbor. They could be your brother. They could be your family. Most of them go into it for the right reasons. Yeah, there's shitty ones out there. Guess what? There's shitty people that work at McDonald's too. Boo-hoo. Like, these guys that I watch in these videos, where they're just sitting there, they're putting a camera in some dude's face. What are you going to do if you have a camera put in your face? Yeah, it's your First Amendment right, but your rights aren't.
Not on private property, though. Not in like a Walmart or something like that.
No, well, but even at that, you know what? Happened. Just because you have a right doesn't mean you don't have a responsibility.
We proved what would happen. I led Josh Abrams on to believe that I was going to come stand on a public sidewalk in front of his house and start recording it, and he said he will come out and smash me. So, they're okay to
really
put cameras in other people's face. But when I said I'm coming to a public sidewalk and going to record your residence because I will be on a public sidewalk, he got mad and said, if you come to my house, I'm going to come out and box you because you're putting my mother at risk. Well, what's the difference in me standing on a public sidewalk recording your house than you standing on a public sidewalk recording the public? If I'm on a public sidewalk, you can't trespass my eyes. Isn't that what they say? Like, yeah.
And you know what, dude? He is such a chicken shit. Okay, he says he'll come out and box you or whatever. In reality, he's just going to call the cops on you.
Yeah, he would call the cops on me for exercising my First Amendment right to record. That's what he would do. I mean, you know,
Go figure, huh?
These guys are, and you know, I'm sorry if this offends you, right? But these guys aren't nothing but a bunch of fucking pussies. Like, they're nothing without a fucking camera and a YouTube channel. That's it. I mean, look at their backgrounds. They're absolutely nothing in the world without a fucking YouTube channel and a fucking camera. I mean, before Joshua Abrams or Glenn Serio or Jacob
Anselmo
of cameras of mass destruction. Who heard of these people before they got a YouTube channel and a damn camera? Nobody. They're nobody. I mean, they're just nobodies. They're fucking pussies.
Yeah.
They none of them will step to a real man or a real woman, because I really believe there's some female police officers that'll take Joshua Abrams' fat ass down on his titties.
You're damn right.
And I think every single female police officer would take Josh down. They've been trained.
Right. That's a big difference.
Are you kidding me? You know, I don't know if I'm showing my age on this, okay, but I don't know if you guys remember a wrestler named Bob Backlund. Okay, he could put you in a chicken wing, and he could make the toughest of guys cry.
Well, okay, 3 points here. One, I have no skin in the game, so you're not going to offend me worth anything. Two, I'm not going to go too much in detail, but I ended up finding out years ago, one of my neighbors at the time was an actual RCMP officer. I was getting the shit kicked out of me by my ex, and I didn't hit her back. And I had this guy, and he looked a little bit overweight, coming at me in a wife beater. And he's like, you stop right there. And you know what? And he saw it too. I was about to drop the fucker. I'm like, wow, cool. Somebody with a penis. I could actually smoke this guy. Until he said, hey,
boy, that came out the wrong way.
RCMP. And he put his hands up. I'm like, wait, RCMP? This guy's going to smoke the shit out of me. Nope. Because I don't care how fat the fucking guy is.
Okay.
If he's a cop, he's going to kick the fuck out of me.
Smoking here in the States is obviously totally different than Canada.
Yeah, no, I so I am putting I saw Dave Peterson asking about the Discord. I'm putting the Discord link in the comments. We will continue this conversation on Discord like we do every night. So if you want to jump on Discord, that's usually where we go after this. And on that note,
I've never been on Discord. Should I attempt it?
Yeah,
or are you talking Discord night?
We have a good time. We have a good time in Discord, and usually we have these conversations.
Hey, Kate.
Yeah.
Before we go, 1 week we got to bring up the point of them recording military installations, and
yes,
that whole shenanigans.
Right, because they want to talk about freedom fighting, and then they absolutely attack our military constantly. I totally agree with you there. You know, once we get things situated in our studio again and kind of recalibrate everything, we'll go back to more structured shows, because God knows I miss it. I really do. I don't like this fly by night thing that we've been doing, but we do what we can do when we can do it. And right now, this is what we can do.
And you guys are doing great.
I like the fly by night. I get on.
We'll always do it on Tuesdays. We'll always fly by night on Tuesdays. Usually this is Mitch's thing, so he'll be grabbing that back at the point.
Is Mitch coming back or what?
Yeah. Oh, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's left me in charge of Tuesdays for the time being, and it's a long story. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to
it with you, huh?
Don't leave me in charge of anything. That's the moral of this story. All right. But on that note, guys, I guess we'll wrap it up. Again, if you want to continue this conversation in Discord, that's where we will be. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
I hope I can come back soon.
Anyone. Yeah.
Serious?
Of course. Anyone can come on.
It took the Canadian to initiate manners on your part.
Have a good night, guys.
Well, my grandmother was Canadian, so
Yeah, mine was American.
so
What's
I
the
feel a
point?
bond.
All right.
Right.
On that note, we're going to end this. Have a good night, guys.
Have a great night, guys. Thank you.
You. All right.